Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu to all. I am Khadija Berry, the host for today's session. I welcome you all for the session 11 of Namma. Today's event is special because it is organized by the team of sisters. Believe me, it is the first time experience for us to host this program to our community. Even though it's the first time, I hope we will not disappoint you. Thanks to Namma Ukkuta team. I'm able to see the participants joining us from various countries. By the grace of Allah, I hope you all are doing well with good health. May Allah protect each one of you and your families. Ameen. To the benefit of all the participants, I request you to follow the below guidelines. Please check whether you have logged in with your full name. For the safety of this session, our moderator will expel those joined without proper names. I repeat, please check now. I don't want you all to miss this valuable session. Mute your speaker and disable the video. Please be in a silent place, in a sitting position. To make today's talk more interactive, we will have question and answer session twice. One approximately after 20 minutes and the another in the end of the session. Audience, there is an option to raise your hand and be ready with your questions. Namma Ukkuta always encourage audience to get the takeaway messages, and you have to take it forward to the community and build a better you for better tomorrow. If you have any queries, please post it to the host or co-host. Now to begin our program, we will start with Kitab by baby Aida Aftab Sheikh. Over to you.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Am I audible? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. ويقولون طاعة فإذا برزوا من عندك بيت طائفة منهم غير الذي تقول والله يكتب ما يبيتون فأعرض عنهم وتوكل على الله وكفى بالله وكيلا أفلا يتدبرون القرآن ولو كان من عند غير الله لوجدوا فيه اختلافا كثيرا. These ayats were taken from Surah An-Nisa. The tafsir of these ayats are as follows. And they say, we obey. But when they go away from you, a group of them spend the night in conspiring to do against it what you said. And Allah records all what they plan or decide by night. So turn away and leave them alone and put your trust in Allah. And Allah is sufficient of worthy of trust. Do they not think and meditate on the Quran? If it had been issued from someone other than Allah, they would have surely found much contradictions in it. Jazakallahu khair. Over to the moderator.
Jazakillahu khairan kasiran, baby Aida Aftab Sheikh. Indeed, it was a beautiful recitation from Surah An-Nisa. Now, what is Namma Ukkuta? It is a Kannada word meaning our unity, a platform created by like-minded professionals and entrepreneurs to share ideas, thoughts, and experiences with each other. Based on the availability of the speaker, we conduct a session on Fridays. In our regular sessions, we give preference for those who want to develop and improve themselves. Today, I am proud to announce the Namma Okuta Orchid session is organized by the sisters. Those who are interested to participate as a speaker or as a volunteer in both brothers or sisters regular session, please contact us on the Facebook group or write your email address in the chat window. And remember, it is free. I repeat, it is free. Often, we spend a lot of our valuable time browsing the internet. My dear brothers and sisters, you have to be very cautious while using it. Either it will make you or break you. You all got a great talent. Please explore and express to achieve your goal. If you do not, then it will end with you. Let us give to society so that future generations will be proud of you. Today's keynote speaker does not need much introduction. She is from the city of Mangalore, living in UAE at present. She is from your neighborhood. You all should be proud of her. A well-known name on Facebook with approximately 0.3 million followers and over 20,000 subscribers on YouTube channel. Isn't it amazing? She's one amongst you. Before she started her journey of blogging, she had a passion and chased her dream. Relax and be attentive. Listen to an inspiring story of how the homemaker became a proven blogger. Now, it's my privilege to welcome today's keynote speaker, Shahnaz Rafiq, Mangalore.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It was a summer evening many years ago. She sat in her room glaring at her laptop screen with a tense look etching her face. She kept asking herself many questions. Why would anyone read my blog when there are countless recipes on internet? Is my post worth reading? And what if my recipe is wrong? Her hands trembled right before she gathered the courage to click the publish button. Her very first blog post of Chicken 65 was finally on the roll. Today, 9 years later, she is before you, ready to share her blog story and how she managed to come so far. The date for today's session was already fixed by the organizers, as they have a session like this every Fridays. And while I was preparing for this talk, suddenly I realized that my first post was published on 26 June 2011. Subhanallah, I was totally baffled about this coincidence that exactly 9 years later, today, 26 June 2020, I am giving my first public talk on my blogging journey. On this note, I welcome you all to this session of blogging, a passion or a profession. At any point of time you like to take notes, go for it. We also have the PDF document of this session, which you can download by sending in your email IDs. And if you want to just sit back, relax, and watch the session, you can do that too. I request you all to turn your phones to a full screen mode and watch the slides, pictures, and videos I'll be sharing today. In our today's discussion, we shall explore few techniques to find your passion. that'll help you decide your blog niche. Now, to channelize your passion and make it visible, you need a proper platform. The platforms we are going to discuss are the blog and the YouTube channel. Once you're clear about what a blog is, I shall walk you through just 5 steps to kickstart your blog. Moreover, we shall look into a number of profitable blog niches for 2020 and beyond. Just as importantly, I'll be sharing some of my experiences, challenges, and ups and downs in my blogging venture. At this end of the session, you shall take a sneak peek into a few behind the scene pictures, videos, and learn how to set up the camera for video and photo shoots. Now, before I go further, I would like to have a poll. So, Mrs. Berry, can we have a poll questions, please?
Sorry, there is a technical problem, so you can carry on with your talk. For time being, you can skip it.
There's always been, am I audible?
Yes.
Now, there's always been a debate whether or not to follow your passion. Some have the opinion that just by following your passion, you cannot pay your bills. And there are some who have too many passions and not able to figure out which one to focus on. Likewise, there are people living below poverty line who cannot afford to have a passion, as meeting their own basic needs is a great challenge. Now, regardless of what people believe, passion is one of the essential driving force that is required to push any blogger to the next level. Now, to make this clear, we shall go through these 3 techniques: hedgehog concept, ikigai, and Bohne's hierarchy of career development. The first model to find your passion is the hedgehog concept. Now, hopefully, this will be a refresher for those who already know about it and good intro for those who don't. The hedgehog concept is based on an ancient Greek parable that states, "The fox knows many things, but the hedgehog knows only one big thing." The fox is smart and uses various tactics to catch the hedgehog. It sneaks, races towards it, and pounces. Whereas a hedgehog is low and less smart compared to the fox. All it can do is defend itself by curling up into a ball and raise its spines. No matter what the fox tries, it only ends up with a spike on his nose. This concept was applied to business by Jim Collins in his book Good to Great. Collins argued that a business will most likely succeed if they can identify the one thing they can do best. Companies who focus on multiple things at once are like the foxes. They can lose focus, which undermines their chances of success. Now, this is the model of the hedgehog concept. You can apply in your personal and professional life. You can start by asking yourself 3 questions. What do you love to do? And now don't say eating, sleeping, and Netflix. And then comes, what are you best in? What activity can generate income for you? Now, getting answer to these questions might take few hours, maybe few days, or even few months. But take your own time. You might have many answers. See if there is anything which coincides all 3. And if it does coincide, that's the thing you can focus and specialize on. And now, what if the answers are different and do not overlap with each other? That means you are trying to focus on too many goals, just like a fox. The second one is ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese concept that means reason for being. It is a process of developing one's inner potential. Ikigai is what gets you up every morning and keeps you going. So having a hobby, raising a family, being able to work, charitable activities, working on that project you always fantasized about are all ikigais. This model is almost similar to the hedgehog concept which we saw before, but except for one extra circle, what the world needs. This circle stands for those activities done solely to contribute to the world without expecting anything in return. If you're good at something and love to do it, it's your passion. When you love to do what the world needs becomes your mission. If the world in return pays you, it becomes your vocation. And when you get paid for what you're good at, becomes your profession. That pursuit, which coincides with all four aspects of life, is your ikigai. And then comes the Bohne's hierarchy of career development. Carl Newport, in his book, So Good They Can't Ignore You, states that developing rare and valuable skills will lead to far greater career satisfaction because they make you financially stable and gives lots of control over your time. And slowly you develop passion for a field you have expertise in. According to him, you need to fix the lifestyle and then work backwards. This concept is for those who cannot earn a living merely by following their passion. To make sure you operate at peak performance, it is essential to be mentally and physically healthy. This is the number one step to start with. I have applied this personally in my personal and blog life, and I will continue to do so. A proper daily workout schedule helps you to focus your mind on more important tasks. And it also helps us to avoid distractions. Now, if you go to the second step here, no matter what job you get into, having a steady income to take care of your business basic needs is a necessity. Third step, once the basics have been taken care of, create a plan for your life that will maximize your feeling of purpose and well-being. In this step, you can develop rare and valuable skills through training and practice. Now, you can go ahead and follow your passion. My prime intention to show you these three roadmaps in following your passion was to assist you in deciding your blog niche, your topic or a field in which you can excel in blogging. Now, the first two models, that is Hedgehog and Ikigai, are for those who believe in pursuing a passion-based career. And the last one is for those who already are into their career and now they would like to do something they always dreamt of. Either way, you can pursue your passions, whether you want to integrate it with your career or follow it autonomously. Here's a list randomly selected with passions, either combined with the career or followed on its own. This is a typical example of ikigais and hedgehogs. And if I'm not wrong, most of my today's audience fall into these categories. Now, let us explore and deeply look into these two categories, bloggers and YouTubers. My knowledge in these fields is from my personal blogging experience. Most of what I did was self-taught or by learning through trial and error method. Before I proceed further, I want to make it clear that I don't possess any technical knowledge regarding websites and apps. Today, I shall give you a layman perspective on blogging and YouTubing. Here, if you see the statistics, now let's look at some of the blogging statistics. It looks like blogging is extremely saturated. 600 million blogs on internet. But the truth is that the entire information on web is channelized and provided to people through blogs or websites and apps. Even though the competition is high, your blog can always stand out with your uniqueness and evergreen content that doesn't have an expiry date. In my case, it is a tried and tested recipes. People can look back at it in years from now and still find it useful. So as the figures show, blogging is totally relevant in 2020 and steadily rising for 2021. Blogging has low overhead costs. So the return on investment for business blogging is quite often positive. You can make the most out of your small business marketing budget when you have a positive return on investment. Here you can see the percentage by which marketers are actually succeeding in generating those leads from business blogs. In 2019, bloggers spent 65% more time writing blog posts, with average posts taking about 3 to 4 hours. By simply hitting the publish button without any follow-up action, you will not qualify for any organic traffic on your blog. So most of the bloggers use social media to promote their blog content, whereas 2/3 of them use email marketing. Whether you're using Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or any other social media app, a social media distribution strategy is a must. Blog plays an immense role in the consumer's purchase process. Apparently, these results are seen in early stages, with 6 out of 10 buyers depend on blog posts at the start of their purchase journey. Now, that's a very big number. 2 billion users worldwide on YouTube, among 7.8 billion world population. So here there is an active market that marketers have potential to tap into. YouTube is the second most popular social media platform. And YouTube as a marketing channel, it receives 62% more attention from viewers than television ads. It's quite astounding to see that if every single person on earth watched a video, that's around 8.4 minutes per day per person. A mind-blowing number that just adds to the credibility of video as a content source for people. Now, blog statistics give us a bird's eye view on where does this platform stand in the overall global market. It gives us information required to craft an effective blog content strategy. Even though some figures are daunting, it also gives hope in showing that the level of demand it has. Here we get a clear picture on what to expect and how to stand out from this crowd. From here, let's move on to see what blogging actually is and how is it different from a website. Over the past decade, or I can say since I have started blogging in 2011, the entire landscape has changed quite a bit. It has evolved from an emotional platform to a more commercial platform. As you heard my story in the beginning of this session, earning money was never my primary goal. In fact, I started this journey as a passion for cooking delicious food and sharing the recipes with others. The blogging trend was pioneered by Justin Hall in 1994. In 1999, there were only 23 blogs on web. And I'm sure Justin Hall would have never imagined that there would be over 600 million blogs in span of these 20 years. What started as an online journal or online diary, blogs have now become an integral part of online culture. So practically everyone reads blogs and watches YouTube channel now. Whether they are official news, blogs associated with some traditional news media, topic-based blogs related to work or hobbies, or purely for entertainment. Just about anyone you ask has at least one favorite blog. You most likely read blogs every day, even without even realizing it. The word blog is a combination of web and log, weblog, which was shortened to the word blog in 1999. Now let us find out if there are any differences between a blog and a website. A website is a collection of web pages identified by a common domain name and published on at least one web server. The line between a blog and a website is thin, but there are some things that only blogs do and some things only websites do. Looking at the table in the slide, you can observe some key differences between a blog and a website. So websites' goal is usually commercial. They are used to sell products or services to the consumer. The goal of website content is based on the intention of the website owner, whereas on a blog, the goal of the content is to engage the readers. Before we go further, I would like to, Mrs. Berry, can we have a question and answer session here?
Sure. Now it's time for the interim questions. I would request you all to audience to raise your hand to ask the questions. Okay, I will unmute Aisha Banu. Can you please ask your question, Aisha Banu?
Yeah, sure. Is it audible?
Yes.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum, ma'am.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa
I'm
barakatuh.
Aisha. Just completed my MTech in engineering management from MIT Manipal. I'm glad to be present here and listen to your impressive and valuable talks. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Actually, I'm passionate about this kind of journey, what you have gone through. So I just wanted to ask, like, even I'm also interested in all this kind of stuffs. So where we get more exposure to our talent. But like, I'm not finding the way, like, how to start up. So can you please advise me, ma'am, how can I go further into it?
Thank you, Aisha, for your question. See, I'll not be able to say much about MTech in particular because I'm a commerce graduate. But whichever field you are in right now, you can always start a blog and upload resources like study notes or your semester projects or any other material which can be beneficial for other MTech students. So I know of a grade 11 student who used to upload her science notes on her blog while she was preparing for her exams. So instead of typing it on her Word or writing on her book, she used to type her notes directly on her blog and make a post of each lesson or a part of a lesson or topic or whatever. By doing this, I'm sure other students must have benefited from these notes because she used to do it in bullet form or whatever it is, with the pictures and photos. I hope this answers your question.
Okay, do we have any other questions? Audience, please raise your hand. Okay, we will continue at the end. I request all the audience to raise your hand to ask the questions. Keynote speaker, can you please continue?
Yes, thank you, Mrs. Berry.
Thank you.
So far, we have learned the techniques to find our passion, the global statistics on blogging and YouTube, and by now, we all know the difference between a blog and a website. So without any delay, let us go over the 5 steps to kickstart your blog. Starting a blog is not a rocket science. By following these steps, you can be a blogger with the most basic computer skills. Whether you're a student or in your late 50s or 60s, regardless of your age, you can create your own blog in less than 20 minutes. All you need is a good internet speed, a personal laptop, and a diary. And now you're good to go. The 5 steps will be common for both blog and YouTube channel. It's very important to figure out your message and the purpose of your blog. So once you're clear on that, you can start with these 5 steps. And the first step is to decide your blog niche. You must be wondering what a niche is. Niche refers to a specific topic, a subject, or a category you intend to write or create content on your blog. Now, whatever you add to your blog is called a content. Content can be written text, pictures, or videos. Video is a content for YouTube channel. So when you decide your blog niche, you need a clear understanding who your target audience is. In my case, as food blogger, you must be thinking that my target audience are women, which is absolutely not true. My target audience are all those who love to cook. Now, this could be a homemaker, a husband who is passionate for cooking, a bachelor who lives away from his family, and even a youngster who loves to experiment with food. These are the people who will read my blog and watch my food videos. Now, the hedgehog who does only one thing very well and succeeds in it is now replaced with your blog niche. Your blog niche is what you're deeply passionate about and also best in it. And at the same time, it drives your economic engine. Likewise, a blog niche could be a combination of what you love to do, what the world needs, what you're paid for, and what you're good at. So when I started my blog, I was not aware of all these techniques of finding passion and all that. I didn't even know about what a blog niche was, how to select a blog niche. I simply knew that I enjoyed cooking. I became better at it as I tried more and more recipes. With years of experience, I became good at it. And then I realized that the world is hungry for my recipes. Eventually, I was rewarded for my cooking skills by way of earning. This is how I connect myself with Ikigai. So here we shall see some of the examples in each blog niche, which will give you an idea of your own niche. A lifestyle blog is a niche for defining the blogger's everyday lifestyle, everyday life, their interests like habits, attitudes. It could be fashion, it could be beauty, and so on. Something which we read on a weekly magazine. Now, Huda Beauty, you must have heard about Huda Beauty. She is an example for lifestyle blogging, where Huda Katan shares her beauty tips, products, makeup tutorials, etc. There's another interesting blog, Mommy Blogs. Now, mommy blogs are the most trending blogs on internet. It is about mothers and homemakers who blog about their children, about parenting, motherhood, and also about the kids' school project. So before discarding whatever projects they have made, their kids have made, before discarding it, they just click a picture of it and they upload it on this mommy blog. I mean, they have their own blogs. And they also mention how they have created the school project, what resources they have used. This is beneficial for other mommies. Mommy blogs also include homeschooling blogs. Then we'll come to personal finance blogs. See, if you're an expert in this field, you can help people by giving advice on how to increase their income, how to save money, different ways to invest wisely. All this can be done through a personal finance blog. Business and marketing blogs. Blog marketing is a process that publicizes a website or a business or a brand or any services through medium of blogs. So it's like a marketing channel that helps you grow your business and increase your visibility online at a very low cost. And then there's another very important dawa blogs. Now, if you want best of both the worlds, Deen and Dunya, why not start a dawa blog? Here you can upload all the content which you learn at your Quran classes. So along with my food blog, I also have an Islamic blog where I upload the tafsir notes of my daily Quran sessions. Along with tafsir, I have some interesting topics which I see on social media or on YouTube channel. And this is how it looks like on the left side. In this, you'll find summaries of surahs I had made from my Quran group. And there are events like Battle of Badr, Battle of Uhud, Tabuk, and so on. So instead of simply forwarding random posts, I collect information from authentic source, authentic hadith, and from Quran, and then make a blog post out of it. Here you can see, for example, qualities of hypocrites according to Quran, and then it goes on. But this blog is not connected to my AdSense earnings because I just want to keep it free of ads. Now, selecting the right platform is the crucial step to your blog. As a beginner, you will want a blogging platform that is easy to use. You know, it is like as though you're looking for an office space or a showroom to display your products and services. Now, this platform could be either free or paid. In blogging platforms, you have both options. Everyone here is familiar with WordPress. As you can see, we have wordpress.org and .com. Both are two different platforms. Often beginners confuse wordpress.com with wordpress.org, which can lead to choosing the wrong blogging platform for their niche. It's quite technical, but I will try to explain in simple terms. The key difference between wordpress.org and .com is who is actually hosting your website. With wordpress.org, you host your own site. On the other hand, .com takes care of all of this. And WordPress is easy to use, free, but with very less features. So that's the major difference. Now, full-time bloggers with intention to earn money should go for wordpress.org. Coming to Blogger, this is one of the oldest blog platforms around and requires a Google account to get started. You can have option of multiple users. You can also have up to 100 blogs per account. Medium is an online publishing platform that lets you import content from anywhere on the web. This platform mainly focuses on written content if you're a writer or a freelancer. Medium can be an ideal way to start. Squarespace is perfect for professional and hobby bloggers, business owners and portfolio websites, where you need to display more of visual content. It is web-based interface and allows you to create beautiful websites in minutes without any coding skills. Shopify is a subscription to a software service that offers you to create a website and use their shopping cart solution to sell, ship, and manage for a monthly fee. And I also want to mention that this platform is a good choice for drop shipping. Now, let us not forget our favorite social media apps and websites. These can be a kind of blogging platform too. These platforms are absolutely free. Now, instead of simply posting your personal and random pictures, you can design a thoughtful and meaningful post that can benefit your followers. Now, it's not necessary that if you're uploading a video on YouTube, you have to have a blog post for the content. No, you can just have a YouTube channel, and in the description, you can mention everything about the video. Blog, now comes the blog title and channel name, which is very important. Your blog name should always be same as your domain name. And a good domain name should be aligned with your blog niche. At the same time, you need to check if the domain name you have selected is available or not. In case if you have planned to buy one in future. Domain names with .com are always paid. So remember, your blog name will stay with you forever, so choose wisely. Once you're done with naming your blog, your YouTube channel, next step is to select a nice design for your blog. Now, depending on the platform, you can customize your own blog, make it look great, easy to navigate. Don't forget to add About Me page before publishing your first post. Now just say Bismillah in the name of Allah, write your post and hit the publish button. From here, there is no looking back. Once you're done with publishing your post, go to all your social media accounts and share the link. By doing this, you will have visitors on your blog eager to read your content. To keep growing in your niche, you have to be a part of the community. So you can start by joining Facebook groups, Pinterest boards, and so on. Now, so far, we have covered all the topics, and I'm sure by now you can independently start a blog right away and get going. As promised, I would like to say a bit about my blogging journey. So initially, I had a full-time job in an oilfield supplies company. After working for some time, I decided to shift my priorities and give quality time to my child. So I decided to quit my job and stay at home for some time. And Alhamdulillah, being at home as a homemaker, I got plenty of time to rediscover my talents. Meanwhile, I slowly started to develop a passion for cooking and photography. Whatever I cooked, I would note down the recipe and click a picture of the dish. Soon, I had a big collection of it in my diaries. Looking at my food pictures one day, my friend suggested that I should start a food blog. Now, back then, I had no idea what a blog was, even though I was good at computers. She somehow sold me the idea of blogging, saying that it will be like my online diary for recipes and food photography. After thinking a lot, I finally created a blog. But for months, I didn't have courage to upload anything. By publishing my first post, my blogging journey somehow kicked off. After a week of posting my first recipe, I had 2 visitors on my blog and a nice comment. This is what made me realize that I should go ahead. So looking at my blog timeline, in June 2011, I started blogging on a Blogger platform. Remember the free one? Yes, this was the easiest platform I could start with. In 2014, I created a Facebook page dedicated to my food blog. Now this was to gain more traffic towards my blog. Almost after 5 years of blogging, I received my first paycheck from Google AdSense. A blogger can start earning only when he or she crosses 1,000 viewers per day traffic. This is when AdSense starts placing ads on your blog. And it so happened that in the month of February 2016, one of my recipe posts went viral on Facebook and my followers increased tremendously. At the same time, my readers started requesting for food videos. Now, making a food video was the biggest challenge as I didn't know how to go about it. Finally, with my photography skills, I could manage a decent video. In the same year, 2016, I completed my photography course. Now I had a basic understanding of how to shoot photos and videos with a DSLR camera on manual mode. So once I started uploading videos on YouTube, I could see a very good response. So till now, my journey until here was a paid one. It was a free one. I was all on free platform. Now to stand out of the crowd and face the growing competition, I had to upgrade my blog to a proper website with a self-hosting server. Now, with my earning, I could afford to go for a paid domain with a .com in my name. For this entire blog, my entire blog was shifted from Blogger to WordPress. In 2019, I qualified for the affiliate marketing program on Amazon. I'm now eligible to sell products for a commission by using the Amazon links on my blog post. In October 2019, Facebook started monetizing the videos. But the challenge here for me was that most of my videos were 1 or 2 minutes long. And for Facebook monetization, the video should be more than 3 minutes. So now I have to start re-editing my old videos to make it more than 3 minutes long. And now for 2020, inshallah, by Allah's grace, I'm working on a project just to make so that I can make a milestone by end of this year. Here, each of my recipes and videos go through these 5 stages. It starts with idea stage, where I do my research on a particular dish. Here, I need to find out how I can simplify the cooking method and also substitute for some ingredients. Once I finalize the recipe, I attempt it at least 2 or 3 times before the final video shoot. In the second stage, I schedule a day for video shoot and cooking. Video shoot for any dish takes at least 4 to 5 hours, and editing a video takes another 2 to 3 hours. So just for that 2-minute video on YouTube which you see requires at least 10 hours behind the scenes. In publishing stage, I upload the video on YouTube channel, Facebook and Instagram. At the same time, I write the blog post on my blog with pictures and complete recipe. I then click the publish button. I should also make sure that my blog post ranks high on SEO, SEO, that is search engine optimization. After publishing, I need to share the post on all my social media accounts to get maximum traffic. Finally, I take a backup of all the pictures, videos, and blog posts, and then I follow up with the comments I receive on my post. So now I would like to give some personal tips, the tips that I learned throughout my blogging journey. To whoever has planning to start a blog, now this is for the beginners. First, build quality content. Do not worry about the traffic and money. This will happen on its own. Be sincere in your work and give due credit if you have taken help or been inspired by other bloggers. Also remember that all followers are not your fans. So be polite. There are some followers just to troll you. No matter how rude is the comment, take the constructive criticism and delete the rest. Have patience because there's no overnight success in this field. Keep taking breaks from your work. This will help you to be more creative and avoid burnouts. You don't need to be a pro or a genius to be a blogger. All you need is to start. It's only when we start we can move forward. So most of us have a starting problem here. Even if you are able to benefit a single person with your own efforts and talents, you're already successful. Now comes the fun part, all the behind the scene pictures. This is how I draft the recipes and then modify it with each testing. If there are any changes to be done in measurements or ingredients, I make a note of it and then finalize it. Before starting the video shoot, I do most of the preparation and keep it ready. This includes chopping, grinding, etc. Each ingredient is then placed in a separate container so that it becomes easy to add one after the other. For an example, I'll show you a video here. Here, I use 200 mm lens for the close-up shots and 50 mm for the wide. As you can see this, how I fix the camera on a tripod. People keep asking me, who holds the camera for you? No one holds the camera for me because if anyone holds it, it's going to be shaky. So it's very important to use a tripod, whether using your mobile phone or camera. So this is the photo shoot arrangement and how I use the backdrops for each photo shoot. Backdrops as well as the props. This is how it looks from my preview camera here, preview screen. Some shots while I was shooting the homemade tandoori masala. This is how I placed the camera. And this is the overhead shot and this is the final product. This photo shoot was done for a chili paste for a company. The product is not here. The scene which you just now which you saw on YouTube video, the first 3 seconds are crucial in which we need to capture the audience attention. Before showing the full recipe, we need to show a scene like this in beginning. I edit all my photos on an app, a Lightroom app, and all the videos on Windows Movie Maker. And this is the mess which you can see after the video shoots. Now coming to the end of the session, I would like to thank Namma Ukuta Muscat organizers to let me share my blogging journey with you all. I would also like to say that life seems to be quite uncertain and it looks like we do not have much control over it. But we can always be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for what we already have. To have this positive mindset, we need to have a vision and focus on ourselves a little more rather than focusing on others. By making good use of time Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us and by utilizing all the blessings He has given us, we can beautify our dunya as well as akhirah. May Allah forgive us and guide us to live a more purposeful life. Ameen. Over to Mrs. Barry.
Jazakillahu khairan kasiran. MashaAllah, indeed, it was an inspirational talk by our keynote speaker, Shahnaz Rafi. Isn't it, audience? I'm sure you all have received enough takeaway messages from the speaker. One thing I realize now, instead of reading others' content, we can also create one. Audience, now it is your turn to act before it is too late. Now, it is time for the question and answer session. There are many questions lined up, so let me give preferences. Okay, I can see hand raised by Shakir Ahmed. So can you please unmute yourself?
Assalamu
Shakir?
alaikum. Could you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Ms. Shahnaz, thank you so much for the enlightening session. Myself, Shakir Ahmad here. My question to you is on the statistics, what you had shown, it had around 600 million blogs on internet. So my question to you is, how does a blogger stand out and face this competition? You know, when there are already so many blogs, 600 millions of blogs on the internet. Thank you.
So even if the number is 600 million, this number gets again divided into different blog niches, right? Like for example, among 600 million blogs, there are food blogs, travel blogs, lifestyle blogs, and so on. Now, if you're a travel blogger, you need to stand out in your blog niche. So the only thing you have to know is your target audience, number one. And second is your uniqueness and style, which nobody else will have. So by this, you can capture the attention of your readers. Also, you need to make quality content, the pictures you use, the way you write the blog post. All this counts and makes you stand. Now, in my case, I get comments that whatever recipes they have tried has been good. I mean, has been easy or it came out well. And they also appreciate how I simplify a very difficult recipe. So this is my uniqueness and my style. I take a recipe and try to simplify the process. Hope it answers your question.
Thank you, Ms. Shahnaz.
Okay, now we have another participant. Can you please unmute yourself and ask your question? Azim, can you please unmute yourself? With the interest of time, we are closing the question and answer session now. Over to vote of thanks.
I have a question.
Okay, carry on. Can you please name yourself?
This question is behalf of my daughter Falak
Okay.
and Fatin. Son, my daughter and my son. Actually, they are planning to start a YouTube channel about arts and crafts. So the question is like how to start about it, and do they need to upload videos on a daily basis, or like how they are eager to know.
Thank you for your question. Regarding YouTube channel and how often you should upload a video. Sometime back, the trend was that uploading a video once in a week was quite enough. But now the trend is at least 2 or 3 times in a week. And if you could upload it daily, it's really good because the competition is so high that people are uploading on daily basis. So all I could advise to them is they can use a good camera, as I said, fix it on a tripod, give and shoot it in a very good lighting, upload it. Now for uploading, if there are two people in this, one can do the video shoot and one can do the editing simultaneously. Like if he has done a video shoot, at the same time, the previous video can be edited by the other person. This way you can upload it every other day, or you can upload the video every day. But if a single person is doing, like in my case, I'm shooting as well as editing, it is not possible for me to upload a new video every day. Even weekly videos becomes difficult sometimes. So what I do is I shoot 5 videos at a time. Shooting, I do it together for 5 recipes. And then I sit and edit all the 5 recipes together. This is called batching. In YouTube, you have to do batching. And then schedule it on each day. Once your editing is done, you take each video and you schedule it whenever you want. Hope this answers your question.
Okay, there is one more question from Azim. Can you please ask your question? Azim, can you please ask your question?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you, moderator, for giving me the opportunity. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. It was very nice, mashallah. Speaker given very good presentation. It's very attractive. And I have a question. Actually, my daughter, she is very much interested in food preparing some, special dishes. And she wants some guidance. She's hearing also now. Can Sister Shahnaz, can you give some tips to her?
See, tips regarding food video I've already shared on all the slides on my session. Apart from that, if you want, let her start with whatever she has, whatever things, whatever resources are available. Because when I started, I didn't have a DSLR camera, or I didn't have any editing skills. I just started with my point and shoot camera, and I just shot and I used to upload it. Even when I started YouTube videos, I had DSLR camera. I didn't have much idea on how to edit, the lighting, etc. So with experience, she will learn many things. My advice to her is let her start and keep going. This way she'll keep learning many things on her journey. Hope this answers your question.
Okay, speaker, we have a question from Facebook. A sister Farzana is asking, what type of vlogs can I make? My qualification is Masters in Political Science. What type of qualities should be present in vlogger?
As I've mentioned previously, I don't have much knowledge on political science, but any field you can write about the knowledge you have. Suppose if you're studying, you can make notes on it. Now, suppose if you're experienced, like I said, personal finance blog, you have knowledge, you're working on it. Why not share your experience on the blog? So regarding political science, whatever topic she is good at, she can upload it. Hope this answers my question. Any other questions?
No, with the interest of time, we may close the question and answer sessions. If there are any unattended questions, please contact us offline. So now it's time for the vote of thanks, which will be given by Sister Fauzia Karkal. Over to you. Sister Fauzia.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm audible?
Yes, you are.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I would like to thank each one of you who attended today's Namakota Orchid session, organized Sisters team. Today we have neighborhood flocks joined from different countries, including Oman, UAE, other GCC countries, and India. Your presence is a blessing for us. I sincerely appreciate the keynote speaker, Sister Shahnaz Rafiq. Today's words are not enough to express gratitude for her efforts. It was a wonderful presentation and a very informative session for us. I hope her talk generated a new thought process, especially for sisters as well as for brothers. If an ordinary homemaker becomes an extraordinary personality, then why not others? Yes, we can. Once again, I thank Shahnaz Rafiq. Today's session wouldn't have happened without the collaborative effort of our core committee members. I want to remind you once again that this session is completely managed by Sisters team of Nama Okota. This session will be memorable for many of us. To further improve our future sessions, if you have any feedback, please contact our core team directly. With your mutual and continuous support, together we can make this platform strong and sustainable. So let us empower our community with this kind of mutually supportive platform. May Allah bless each one of you. Jazakallahu khairan kaseera. Now it's for dua. Over to Sarah Azim.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. You can continue.
Okay. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil mursaleen. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعيننا واجعلنا للمتقين إماما اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا اللهم أجرني من النار يا مجير يا مجير يا مجير اللهم آفني في بدني اللهم آفني في سمعي اللهم آفني في بصري لا إله إلا أنت اللهم لا تدع لنا ذنبا إلا غفرته ولا هما إلا فرجته ولا دينا إلا قضيته ولا حاجة من حوائج الدنيا والآخرة إلا قضيتها يا أرحم الراحمين ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه الأخيار وسلم تسليما كثيرا ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين وآخر الدعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين سبحان الله وبحمده سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك وأتوب إليك
Over to moderator, Khatija.
Wow, it was a wonderful session, isn't it? It's time to felicitate the keynote speaker and the support team, without whom this session wouldn't have been conducted today. Jazakallahu khairan to all the organizing team. Now it's time to hand over the digital certificate to the keynote speaker, Shahnaz Rafiq. I sincerely thank our keynote speaker for giving the impressive and motivational talk regardless for her busy schedule. My dear brothers and sisters, I would request you all to apprise the speaker with the gratitude of precious word in the chat box. It takes a few minutes to show your gratitude. So I request you all, please use the chat box. It is for free. Now it is your duty to spread the takeaway messages which you received today and build a better tomorrow, build a better you for better tomorrow. Now the organization support team, organized support team, Aida Aftab Sheikh Udupi. This and next comes the Mrs. Fauzia Karkal and the Sarah Azim. I thank you all for those who attended this session. Stay tuned for our next session. Signing off for today. Stay safe, stay home. Jazakallahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. The session is closed, so y'all may please leave and stay tuned for the next session with interesting topics.
Assalamu alaikum.